So the B-cell receptor is a very important pathway for the survival of follicular lymphoma cells, and BTK inhibition through ibrutinib has been attempted in the past in patients with relapsed refractory follicular lymphoma, but the activity was quite limited, and due to the fact that ibrutinib is a non-BTK specific inhibitor, due to off-target effects, patients also experience a lot of adverse events, side effects. So we have tried to develop a new study looking into a second-generation BTK inhibitor called Acalabrutinib, which is a more potent and more specific BTK inhibitor, and see whether this pharmacological feature would translate into better efficacy in patients with relapsed refractory follicular lymphoma. In this phase 1 study, we did something very interesting. We first used just Acala as a single agent, and then Acala combined with Rituximab, and then eventually Acala combined with Rituximab and Lenalidomide, that we also call R-square. As expected, efficacy was progressively better with the addition of a second and third agent, and the response rate were higher than 60% when Acala was combined with R-square, with a complete response rate higher than 30%, which is quite impressive in patients with heavily pretreated relapsed refractory follicular lymphoma. Of interest in terms of adverse events, most of them, as expected, due to the more favorable pharmacokinetic and pharmacodynamic profile of acalabrutinib, were very limited and mostly grade 1 or 2. And if we look specifically into adverse events of special interest for BTK inhibitors, such as infections, bleeding, atrial fibrillation, hypertension, virtually absent or very infrequent and low grade. Of all this data, I think the most interesting part is, again, the efficacy that we see with a combination of acalabrutinib and R-square. And in light of the efficacy and safety data that we see in relapsed refractory follicular lymphoma patients, there's a lot of interest in trying to move this to the frontline setting. Currently at MD Anderson, we have an investigator-initiated trial where we are combining Acala to R-square, now called AR-square, as a frontline regimen for patients with previously untreated advanced stage high tumor burden follicular lymphoma. And the study has now completed accrual, and hopefully in the next few months we'll be able to share more data with you.